Rodriguez, can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Brittany Sparks.
defense?
John Robertson from Ms. Rodriguez.
And are you Ms. Rodriguez? Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Rodriguez, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? All right. Did you understand that what you're charged with in count 2 is possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I asked the court to follow the agreement. Erica's, we talked about this. She's got some changes to make in her life and she's going to use this as an opportunity to make some positive changes. It's kind of heading in a better direction for her and her son.
All right. How many children do you have?
I have 4 total.
What are their ages?
One's 8, but he's in Washington with his adopted family, and then I have 2 girls, 17-year-old, an 18-year-old, and my 3-year-old son.
And who is the 3-year-old with?
Right now, he's with my mom and dad. But my mom recently got, she's in a wheelchair now, so he's trying to take care of him, and so I'm able to come out and continue being mom to him that I have been since he's been born. I'm all he knows.
Well,
I'm trying.
here's the thing. You haven't been a good mom to him. And sometimes we have to take stock of our life. And if you take stock of your life, you haven't been a good mom to him because otherwise you wouldn't be here for this. Is Child Protective Services involved?
Yes.
Who's your Child Protective Services attorney?
She doesn't have one yet, Judge. It's a fresh case. I actually spoke to the caseworker yesterday. They haven't filed paperwork yet,
Okay.
but it sounds like there may be a situation. I talked a little bit with Erica this morning about it, that there may be a temporary custody situation where they get her on a plan and with the goal of getting the child back with her. But it's kind of at the beginning of that stage. She hadn't had an attorney appointed yet.
Okay. How far did you go in school?
11,
Why didn't you graduate?
because I got pregnant with my oldest.
So what have you been doing? Because your oldest is 18 now. So what have you been doing to better yourself employment wise?
I was working with my boyfriend's mom because she owns a warehouse, and I've been working and helping just like with shipment and stuff like that. And
Is this Isaiah Salinas?
no,
Okay. Who is this boyfriend?
Kyle Herrera.
Kyle what?
Herrera.
Herrera.
Okay. Does he have criminal history?
No,
Does he have a drug issue?
no.
Do you have a drug issue? So, and have you been with Kyle while you've had this drug issue?
Yes, but he's more like because he's working, like it makes me want to work. Like he's like a positive influence in my life.
Here's the thing. This is what I've discovered on my time on the planet. I tell everybody I'm in the twilight of my life or the fall of my life because I don't expect to live to be 200. It'd be nice if I did. But if everybody lives to be 200, then that means that we can't retire until we're 160. Who wants to do that, right? But this is what I've discovered. I've discovered that usually people who have the same interests gravitate towards each other. For example, if somebody invites me to a lunch with marathon runners, I'll show up because I'm supporting maybe somebody else who's a marathon runner. But we're not going to hang out on a day-to-day basis. We're not going to discuss what type of shoes they wear. You know why? because I'm not a marathon runner. That's just not what I do. When people have drug addictions, usually the people they're with have drug addictions, or either they enable them. So I know you're not going to sit here and try to tell me that Kyle doesn't use drugs.
If he does, he hasn't done it around me. I haven't really been like physically prior to me getting arrested. I haven't wasn't with him. It was just me and my son. It's always me and my son.
Have you done drugs around Kyle?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he say?
That's part of the reason why I haven't been around him.
All right. And I'm not going to allow you to be around him now. And I'm going to give you some advice. And this is me coming from a standpoint of somebody who's done child protective services cases where I've represented children and I've represented parents. Your main focus should be on getting your child back.
Yes, ma'am.
Your main focus should not be on relationships, because guess what? You're not ready for a relationship. And you know why you're not ready for a relationship? Because you're in the throes of your addiction. And when you're in the throes of your addiction, you're choosing the wrong people. You're making bad choices. And the problem with you is when you make a bad choice, your choice is impacting your child. It's impacting your mom. It's impacting your father, because now they got to raise a 3-year-old. And I know they didn't intend to have that happen in their life. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So how often were you using drugs?
I would say 3 times a week.
All right. And what drugs were you using? Anything other than meth?
I would take Xanax, but that was for anxiety, like half a bar today.
Okay. And have you ever had to do illegal things in order to obtain money for drugs?
No.
And the reason why I'm asking you this is because I'm trying to think of a great program for you, because CPS is not giving a child back to somebody who's in the throes of their addiction. And you're going to need a support system. And your support system cannot just be your mom and your dad, because sometimes moms and dads enable people because they want to see the best in their child. They don't want to see, oh, could she be using drugs? Could she not be using drugs? They'll lean towards, no, she's not using. So that's why I'm trying to understand. And the only courts that are available for treatment right now is Esperanza Court. And Esperanza Court are people who have been maybe victims of sex trafficking, people who have sold their bodies for different things. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, because that's the only court that will be available for you. So that's why I ask. So the questions I ask, I'm not trying to embarrass anyone, but I need to get this information so I can get the right conditions for you so that you can be successful and not end up going to prison. Okay. So let's start back over. So have you done anything illegal in order to obtain drugs? And if you want to ask her that in private and then just tell me the answer, counsel, because I think you know what question I'm asking.
Judge, I don't think so. I think it's more like the original offense conduct was.
Okay.
That's, I don't believe as far as what you're question.
Okay. All right. So what are you planning on doing with your life? How are you planning to support yourself?
When I get, I'm actually kind of excited about getting, I feel like this is a new start, for a new beginning for me and my son. For myself, of course, I want to start working. I want to be part of society. I want to be a role model to my daughter, my youngest daughter, who seems to be following in my footsteps. I'm kind of excited I feel like I'm starting over. I'm getting a chance to start over and change my people, places, and things.
Please, my child,
I don't do that. I won't
he goes.
to continue.
What do I do?
All right. I need everybody to whisper. You would have to wait till she calls you.
Okay.
All right. So you want to explain to me, and I have no problem with people having tattoos, but I'm always interested. You know, what does it mean? So what is the tattoo on your chest about? The big one, yes.
This is one of the first tattoos I got. I kind of honestly regret all of my tattoos.
But what is the chest tattoo? What is that?
It says time is money.
Okay. And then the other tattoos, what are those all about?
This is for my sister, my baby's dad that passed away. It says dream to shine, and my friend that passed away, and names.
Okay. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes you can regret that you did different things, but the key is to make changes so it doesn't happen again.
Yes.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. Take in consideration County Court Cause number 636 158 697 151. 120 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do with the booster, 40 of those hours will be waived. Parenting classes and the remaining of the hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. If CPS gives you parenting classes, which they should, that can count towards this. There's going to be CPS compliance. No unsupervised contact with minors. No contact with Isaiah Salinas or Cal Herrera. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want field visits 3 times per month until further notice. If probation wants one of those field visits or wants the field visits to count for her reporting, it can. I'm going to want the UA hotline. And with the UA hotline, she needs to call every day and at least be tested 1 time per week. And probation, if you feel like she is accomplishing things, then we can taper that off. But when I say taper it off, we don't go from she's testing every week to she's only testing once a month. And usually you all will send me a notice and I'll put the changes in there. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. You're going to either need to get your GED or get some kind of trade school so you can better yourself, okay?
Yes.
And I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. We'll do a TAP evaluation out of custody. I know the TAP evaluation may recommend inpatient treatment. But whatever TAP recommends, I want her to start with intensive outpatient treatment. If that doesn't work, then we're going to be looking at inpatient treatment. And if you miss your TAP evaluation appointment, what's going to end up happening is a warrant's going to be issued and 1 or 2 things are going to happen. Either you're going to end up going to prison or either you're going to end up sitting in jail to do the TAP. So this is a time for you to make choices. All right. You're welcome. Let me ask you, when you're released, do you have a place to stay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where will that be?
With my mom and dad.
With who?
My mom and dad.
Here's the problem with that.
Oh, cool.
Child Protective Services, I don't know what they're going to plan. Their plan is going to be, but usually their plan is you can't stay there. So I think there's a program.
Judge,
Yes.
The CPS worker told me yesterday that they're probably going to take temporary custody I'll tell her, she wants me to let her know what happened today, whether she's going to be sentenced from the bench or not.
Mhm.
So I can let her know that. I think they'll probably take temporary custody of the child, and she'll have a custody.
Okay. Well, I'm not your CPS attorney, but this is what I can tell you. Your child is 3 years old. You will find on the CPS side that when a 3-year-old or a 1-year-old is placed in care, in foster care, everybody wants it because it's a cute baby. And they want it. So, well, I say it, they want the child because everybody loves the little babies, right? So you're going to have to make sure that you do everything that's asked of you. And I don't know, they may decide the baby can stay with your parents, but you can't live there. So we're back to the point. If you are not allowed to live with your parents because the child is there, do you have a place to stay?
Honestly, no.
All right, probation, is there, can you look into a sober living house for her? Yes. So I'm going to put here, defendant to reside at sober living house. And I think there's Victory Outreach. There are a couple that have that. Okay.
I do have my aunt, if the CPS goes to where I can't stay with my mom and dad, I do have my aunt, which is my mom's sister, that I can stay with. She's blind and deaf, but if that doesn't work out with my mom and dad, I can go there, but or you show the probation.
All right, probation, this is what we'll do. If she can get placed in a sober living house directly from jail, then I want her in a sober living house. If it's going to take some time, she can reside with her aunt for 2 months, but then she needs to go to a sober living house because I need you with somebody who knows what addiction looks like and not enable. You understand? All right. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
I think that's it.
Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it,
Yes, sure.
counsel? Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sure.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. All right, good luck to you. We can get off the record. I always ask a lot of questions because I want to make sure that the conditions of probation are tailored for you as an individual, not in general, okay? All right, do better. All right, court is calling 2020 CR 7580, State of Texas versus Brandon Michael Richardson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Manuel Rodriguez.
And are you Mr. Richardson? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Brandon Michael Richardson who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 7580 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on July 8, 2021 for a period of 5 years? Is that you? State?
Yes, Judge, reading from the first amended motion to adjudicate, violated condition number 1, on or about the 13th day of October 2022 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Brandon Michael Richardson committed the offense of felon in possession of a firearm in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
We'll waive the other violation.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, none, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true? Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge, we're asking that you grant the motion, adjudicate and find the defendant guilty, revoke his probation and sentence him to 5 years in TDC, We'll also be taking into consideration cause number 2022 CR 11786B.
B as in boy?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, Judge.
Mr. Richardson, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Ma'am.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court will grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Take into consideration 2022 CR 11786B. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
None, Judge.
Mr. Richardson, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to your attorney. You understand? All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Richardson, how old are you?
37.
All right, so you don't want to be the person at the prison when new people come in and they say, how does things work here? And people say, oh, ask the oldest guy in the prison. They're going to be like, who is that? Oh, we call him Grandpa Richardson. Don't be the grandpa at the prison, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.